just going to be reading on what is so irresistible about your dark side. So there's going to be 4 piles, but I'm going to try to keep it short. It's going to be pile 1. It's a heart candle. I don't know if you can see the shape, but the second pile is this palo santo, half burnt, like literally half. The third pile is this bottle of tiger's eye, just little snippets of tiger's eye. And the fourth pile is this orange citrine we know very well. At pile 1, if you chose this beautiful black candle heart, this is gonna be your reading. Why your dark side is so irresistible. I'm using the Tarot del Toro, the chakra cards, and the influence of the Angels Tarot deck. Starting with the Tarot del Toro. These cards, the crown, the chakra, and the Tarot del Toro are brand new, so I'm gonna have to give them a little bit of a shuffle, but I feel like your dark side very intense. You don't share it with everybody for sure. Actually, you more often do the opposite of that and like hide it from people in a way that just makes you seem more mysterious, or like people keep looking at you or trying to find out more about you as if there's something to find out, but there's just like there's nothing, you know. They find nothing, or like it's like they're chasing rabbits. But it's just, they can't get over, it's like an obsession. It's just like again. So what I'm getting is something very alluring about you, very magnetic. Something that people can't feel like they can't resist. And why this is bad, or why this would be part of your dark side, is because we have the Violet of Blades. You could use this to your advantage. Actually, you've probably had to use that to your advantage to get out of some situations that might resonate for some of you, but you know how to wield your dark side in a way that is intimidating to others, because you use it as a safety measure almost from other people. It's like it doesn't come out of you often, but when it does, it's very to the point and really right on the mark. It's like Scorpio energy. You hit right in the heart, if that makes sense. Here is why you are intimidating. Here is why it's part of your dark side, and here is why that is so irresistible to other people. So why are you so intimidating? I have Knight of Wands, 2 of Swords, and King of Discs reversed. Knight of Wands also in reverse. So not only is your energy subtle, but it's subtle in a very, very, very intense way. Where 2 of Swords here, like as above, so below, we have this perfect balance between light and dark forces here. And with the King of Discs in reverse, you're not after money, not after any material energy like that. Your spiritual energy is on such high level that people feel like they can't come towards you because there's like these two swords protecting you spiritually, just like your ancestors be like blocking people off. But not only that, your energy is so intimidating. Like Knight of Wands reverse here, people know they can't just come in to like be flighty, or like they feel like they have to come in being who they truly are and not just half-assed. Because with this King of Discs reversed here, it's like you're focused on other things, like you're on a different level. Then maybe the material world, you're not a very more like material person. You're a very spiritual person. It's like in an intimidating way. Why that's tied to your dark side? We have Queen of Wands reversed. We have 8 of Wands and the Fool in reversed. So not only have you had to use your dark side to your advantage, and like you it's like maybe tied to some like trauma, and like it's really important for you to find the balance between your light and dark side, so you can like use your dark side to like help heal your inner child. Because with this 8 of Wands here, there's like a need for you to express those things that maybe you like repress and block in yourself. Because with the like this intimidation here is like you don't you wait till the right time to say something, but with this 8 of Wands here, you when you say it at the right moment like that, you change people's mind. Like it's a very intense energy where people feel like they have to listen to you because you're not a fool. The Fool in reverse, you're not a fool, and you know it's like they know that you know what you're saying is completely true. And it's like they feel that in their hearts. And with this Queen of Wands in reverse, you're not even yelling at them. You're not even being rude to them. You're not even trying to demean them. You're just saying it straight. And there's this emphasis on subtle intensity with you, pile 1. People feel like, some people feel like you're the devil. You have a dark heart because like her eyes are all whited out here. People feel like you're under possession, under control. It's not true. You're just in touch with the more metaphysical, unknown parts of life, I guess. You're okay with that stuff. And it gets you into some pretty weird situations where you have to bring like judgment, like Libra energy, onto situations where like, I don't know, it's like you use your dark side to bring justice to situations that like people aren't getting to express their true hearts, express their true minds, or for sort of speaking out on the sort of imbalance of that in the world, like happening everywhere. And then as to why it's so irresistible for other people, it's like you're all consuming, if that makes sense. People get, because with dark side ego get obsessed with ego. So when someone's ego gets attached to you and like attached to the idea of you, it's like they just feed into it. And with the 5 of Swords here, it's just like, it's like you feed people's inner conflict to the point where like they can just be overthinking, and it's like, but at the same time all they're thinking about is you. And it like, it's weird because it changes their every action. Like every tiny little thing in their daily life is shifted because they're just so much in this inner turmoil. But it's like, it's not even that they want it to happen, it's just they're unable to make it stop. That's why it's irresistible. Yeah, I know. There's something like, I don't want to say a black hole energy, but like very you know, that's like, because with the Star in reversed, literally the Star in reversed, you can, I just got the image of a star imploding and like all of the dust around it like going inwards, and like sometimes when a star dies a black hole is born. So like maybe that's just the energy of your soul, pile 1, or the dark side of your soul, for real. Because yeah, you feed people's dark sides with these thoughts here, these like people like feeding their inner conflict and their own things that they're already subconsciously going through. And because with the justice here, you're shining light on actual things because you're the fool. You're the fool in reverse here. And with the Eight of Wands, you speak the truth, and you're not speaking it from being all anger. With the Queen of Hearts here, you're speaking light, basically. But you shed light on people's dark side. It's like this weird, perfect balance because you understand people's dark side so completely. You understand their inner conflict. That, Jesus, it's like magnetic. People's dark sides to you or their ego to you, because your ego pulls other people in. It's like watching a night sky, and you could just keep looking at the stars forever, you know? You could just sit there and lay and look at the stars forever. Like, lose yourself in them. That's the kind of energy. People like to lose themselves in you. That makes sense, because your energy is just so, like, they could keep losing themselves in it, like, forever. With the Magician in reversed, that's never gonna happen. Okay, pile one, I'm gonna go ahead and show you your chakra cards. For why people feel irresistible to you, we have third eye chakra essential oils. It says aromatherapy can help ease the mind and awaken feelings of intuition to open the chakra. So people feel that your intuition is irresistible. Maybe your shadow side is more in tune with the mechanisms of the mind, or the maze of the mind, I guess you could say, and its interconnection with the body and soul. Basically what I'm saying is you know your way around just flowing, going with the flow, flowing with yourself, flowing with the world, flowing with who you are, if that makes sense. And that's why people can become so drawn to you, is because of this sense of balance within you, We also have crown chakra essential oils. Connect with your crown chakra by burning candles. You can burn oils or incense in the candles. Enlightening scents such as myrrh, camphor, and frankincense. Those might be significant to you, pile one. But what I'm definitely getting is that you smell really good. You smell like something familiar, like something from a past life when people smell you, or something from childhood. Also, I'm hearing that when you stare at candles, you are connected to your shadow side. Like, you can connect to your shadow side through candle meditation or candle spells. And just sort of being in your crown chakra, like inner child energy, playful energy. So, like, definitely healing your dark side, or healing your inner child through your dark side energy. And then we have balancing the crown chakra. So yeah, your inner child and your dark side are completely balanced, is what I'm getting. And people like that your sense of play, your sense of humor, your sense of fun isn't like distorted. It's like, it's weird. People feel that your dark side is irresistible because you are so balanced. They feel as if you are pure. They feel like your dark side is the light, if that makes sense. I thought it's kind of silly, but it's like you feed into people's illusions, so that's why they get all mixed up. They get all like caught up. And like here on Balancing the Crown Chakra, I just saw it said excessive energy in this chakra may lead to frustration, frequent migraines, and restlessness. So I feel like you cause this in other people. Like, people think about you so much, or what happened between you and them so much, that they become restless, they get headaches. Some people might drink or do drugs and think about you, is what I'm hearing. It's easy for people to get lost in their own minds with like you as the excuse. because your dark side is very, how should I say this? A muse to other people's minds. It's like you create so much out of what you do. Like your shadow side affects people on such a deep level that I really, it changes their everyday life. What do the angels say? We have Archangel, I'm pretty sure Gabriel and Michael. We have strength. 4 of Wands, and the Magician. Wow, that's great. So meanwhile, while the Magician reverse, people around you are like, you know, caught up in the moon energy, like not manifesting the right things, if that makes sense. You are in your Magician energy, using all the tools at your disposal. You have gratitude, and you create from your own inner light. Because with this, like, I don't know, this heart candle, it feels so full. It feels like, what I'm trying to say is, it feels like you are complete within yourself. You know what you're doing, even if you don't know what you're doing. You're just going with it. And you're not afraid to take every experience and build something new out of it and grow from it. Like, even when things get super dark, you're still able to counter it with this sense of humor and light, if that makes sense. And it scares people how deep the darkness can go, and you can still be comfortable with it for some reason. That's why people are so irresistible. They feel like there's something mysterious about you. Like, how can you just adjust to darkness that well? And with the strength here, it's like you just know within yourself. You have that light and you have that darkness and you have that balance. And there's no way to explain it to someone else. And people look at you and they couldn't explain it either. And they want to figure out why, but even you don't know why. It just is sort of who you are. But that's why people get so attached to you. I'm just getting like stars in orbit. That's what I'm hearing. Like with the 4 of Wands here, I'm seeing that people just want to follow you. It's like you're something whimsical, you're something from another world, and people just want to follow you. They feel like you're going somewhere. They feel like there's something special about you, and they feel like they can count on your strength. Even there's this like stress on your dark side being still like you are a good person. Like you don't let your ego get to you with the strength card here. And not only that, but you can lead other people through the light. You can lead other people through darkness, because you're not afraid, and you're not afraid to take that courage to lead other people. And that's why people want to follow you, even if it's in their skewed way, and if they're hating on you. It's like you in your heart follow your path, and people, you know, orbit around you. And that's why your dark side is so irresistible, because you have so many people just like watching you. But it doesn't matter, because people still want you all the same, no matter how many other people are watching you. It's like they still want to follow you. It doesn't matter, because there's just something special about you. They're like, oh yeah, it makes sense that so many people like this person, because like there's something. It's like they understand the darker parts of things, and they're not afraid to talk about it. They're not afraid to, because I feel like you talk to people a lot, pile 1, and you help them understand what they're going through. You help give people advice. You're there for people. And most of all, the way you react to when people are like venting to you, you don't like freak the fuck out. I'm just trying to say you act accordingly in a way that's like healthy. Because, you know, strength here. You keep people from straying, if that makes sense. You keep people from straying into their own fear, into their own anger, like straying off the path of like what you know they truly like want to manifest, like that light in themselves and that strength in themselves. You bring out that strength in other people, even in your dark side, your light side. And with the 4 of Wands here, I'm hearing this like completely balanced. Again, your dark side, light side balanced. About to chose the stick of Palo Santo. It's gonna be a reading. What is irresistible about your dark side? Let's see. I'm gonna start it with the crown chakra cards. Spirit, help me get in touch with pile 2's energy. What makes their dark side so irresistible? Which chakra is my pile 2 connected to? Okay. We have the heart chakra, very connected to the heart chakra and Anahata. The third eye chakra and the throat chakra. Throat chakra affirmations: I express my love and goodness each time I speak. So, you fill up a room, is what I'm hearing. You have a strong sense of individuality that comes from your dark side, of just being able to separate yourself from other people. But even when you are in your shadow side energy, you are expressing love, gratitude, awareness, basically compassion, understanding of other people. And it's not like you don't have the willpower to go off on somebody or be mean to them. It's just you're more of like someone, like a kill 'em with kindness type of person. Your shadow side is very alluring, because you are so open with it and in clear communication with those darker parts of yourself. Like, where other people repress those parts of themselves, you are completely open to it with your heart chakra. You are compassionate to those same darknesses in other people. You don't judge. Even when you're in your shadow side and your dark side, you don't judge. And with this third eye chakra, people feel like you see them for who they really are. There's this darkness about you, but it's like you are expressing your true self and your true love through your shadow side. And the thing about expressing our true self, our true soul, our true love, is that it's a very beautiful thing. It's a very alluring thing. It's like watching a dance. So, your shadow side, whereas the other parts of you get less on display, if that makes sense, throughout your life, your shadow side is rather well projected onto other people and out into the universe. You're I don't know why I'm hearing sacral chakra, but yeah, maybe your sexual energy, but your dark side energy is just more prominent materially and like physically than other things in the universe. For some of you, I'm hearing people might find your dark side irresistible because they see you mirrored in everything they do, every which way they turn, every path they take. They feel like they're just coming back to thinking about you. You tend to stay on people's minds a lot. Like, you don't meet a lot of people, but when you do, you make a lasting impression, if that makes sense. Because there's something so next level about your dark side, and the fact that it's so intricately connected with your light side in a way that is almost like an art form. It's like you're able to wield that balance within you like an art form. And you're very humble about it. See, your shadow side doesn't have like a super bad ego, if that makes sense, like superiority or arrogance. Your shadow side is a lot more subtle. So sometimes people might underestimate you, but there's a very real intensity about your darkness versus your light. Let's see. This is your dark side, why your dark side is irresistible, and why your dark side is why that is your dark side. So, for your dark side, I got Queen of Goblets. So not only do you wield the power of dreams, intuition, and manifestation just at your will in the palm of your hand, but you're not afraid to you're not afraid to hoard. I don't want to say hoard your energy, but you don't just give out your energy to everyone. And why that's irresistible is because these Knight of Goblets over here, they want a piece of this fortune. You're the Queen of Goblets. You have it all put together. You know how to make the kingdom flow, if that makes sense. You know how to make your money flow, your energy flow. And these knights over here, these Knight of Goblets, they see you as a mirror of themselves, of what they want within themselves. That's why your dark side is irresistible, because people feel like you're a mirror of themselves. Sometimes people put you on a pedestal, but it's because they want to see that beauty to such a degree within themselves. And then as for why this accumulation, this balance of energy, this ability to wield dreams and manifestations is your dark side, I literally got the sun. So the strong energy of like light and dark within you, this could like pertain to a twin flame for a relationship for some of you, or a soulmate relationship for some of you. But besides that, this is just the opposing forces within you, like the divine counterparts within your soul, of like masculine and feminine energies, why you choose to do the things you do. It's I want to start like explaining to you why it's a dark thing, but I can't even like. Maybe it's just that other people see it as a dark thing, but that makes more sense. So other people see it as a dark thing because it's so intense, and I mean, it's like literal magic, like watching literal spell work happen in front of you with you pile too, because you wield your shadow side, you wield your intuition, stuff like that, in a way where you can just get things like that, and it does feel like magic. And for you, it is magic. You are the sun. You are just creating from your own inner light. But other people see this as darkness because of just how stark your light is. Be casting darkness on everything else, because there's light, but there's got to be darkness. And if you're going to be shining that bright, there's going to be so much darkness around you, just defining it, if that makes sense. I'm hearing like your shadow side is meant to teach other people, because really you're expressing your light side, your inner child, through your shadow side. And because you're going to be receiving so much acclaim from it, you're going to be getting so many of these knights, these people following you and following your traditions, your movements, your actions. You will be influencing so many people with that way of showing them that ability to balance the light and dark within yourself. Because it touches everybody in a different way. Everybody can feel that balance, like a magnet, you know? but it's like a different vibration with every single person you see it in. Okay, we're just gonna get a couple angel cards. What makes it so irresistible about your dark side? We have justice, so Libra energy here. You're not afraid to cut cords, cut ties with things that no longer serve you or serve the people around you. Your dark side is very all business. Your shadow side is very, you're not here for no bullshit, you know what I mean? And so no bullshit comes to you. I feel like the reason people find you so irresistible is because they just want to keep coming back again and again to learn the lesson from you, because it's like you are not afraid to cut people down, but it's like people will just repeat what they did again with this Eight of Cups and reverse it, and they won't move on, and they'll keep coming back to you in their thoughts because they just can't comprehend the sense of balance you've brought them or you're trying to portray to them. And they're trying to wrap their mind around it so they can't move on. That's why your dark side is irresistible. You keep people in this energy where they feel like they have to be better. But with this Knight of Wands, you make people see the fact that they're fleeting, they're impulsive, they're not thinking in the bigger picture, they're not going after what they're truly passionate for. And especially with this Judgment in reverse right next to Justice, while everyone who's witnessing your dark side is experiencing it like, oh, I'm not getting the proper justice, or I'm the victim in the situation. Meanwhile, you're in complete harmony and balance, just trying to help yourself because that person is projecting onto you. The other people around you get so attached to your dark side because they feel like they have to prove you wrong. They feel like they feel like your opinion matters so much because you are shedding the light, that they either are so blown away by it that it just completely changes their world, or they get so aggressively like, I don't want to believe this is blasphemy, that they turn into this Knight of Wands energy. They're just like constantly talking shit, constantly like talking to like just Wands energy of just like keeping stuff going, keeping like that anger going, basically like having to keep a reason to be all like flighty, like fiery energy. But people feel really passionate towards you. They feel like they can never move on from you. They feel like you're a divine angel in their life. They feel like they did you wrong, but like it's like that's what they like about you, is that they can't ever touch you because you're this untouchable angel of balance. So they put you up on this pedestal, and they're just this Knight of Wands. They're just this Knight of Coins. But with this Judgment in reverse, I'm getting that you're going to be very alone in your dark side, because while you're projecting all this like healing through your dark side, if you're like going through inner child, like healing through your dark side and projecting that onto the world, you're not going to be getting any of that back in this life, but you're accumulating good karma for your next life. It's like part of your lessons in this life and like learning with your dark side in this life is like not receiving proper justice for yourself and having to fight, having to be that judgment for yourself, basically, and to just like let other people be stuck in their energy of not moving on. And like that's the thing that makes you so irresistible, pile, too, is like you don't get stuck in other people's energy. You are at the center watching all these people go around and around you, and you don't even care. You're holding your sword of truth. You're standing in your power. Your spirit guides are behind you. You know who you are and what you want. You have your light side and you have your shadow side, and you're doing your healing by balancing yourself because you know why you want to do that. You know why you feel the need to stand in that truth. And that's what makes you this irresistible angel of truth and balance. Hi, Pile 3 chose this Tiger's Eye for your Why Your Dark Side So Irresistible reading. little snippets of tiger's eye. Okay, we'll start with the chakra cards. Spirit, what chakras is your shadow side operating on? I'm gonna need to shuffle these a little bit better because I just got these today. I was thinking this one was gonna come out. Pile 3, your body is a gift. Your dark side is very intricately connected with your body. You can, I'm hearing you awaken Kundalini awakenings in other people. That sounded really stupid, but you awaken people's sacral chakra. Pleasure. You are a soul who is not afraid to take pleasure in everything that you do, and you express that pleasure in a way that other people can understand. Where they feel like they don't have to be guilty over their own pleasure because they see you just doing it in a way where you're not making a big deal out of it. We have the third eye chakra, balancing the third eye chakra in particular. And then we have solar plexus stones. So specifically, I'm getting an image of you laying down pile 2, or pile 3, my bad. And you have the stones all on the chakras of your body. Or maybe you wear clothes that like align with chakras on your body. And the stones get so charged up with energy that it's like you can feel the little wheels, the little balls of energy within yourself that are your chakras. You use every color to your advantage. Your willpower is so strong that you can use the life force flowing through your body from the earth to the sky. In a way that you just like are impulsive, you are like a hummingbird, and you can just you operate on a level where you're very fast because you're so balanced in your third eye chakra. You see things in a way that other people don't. You stay in your intuition by being this impulsive person who is in their sacral chakra energy, who is in their sexual energy. Doing yoga poses can help release tension for you, pile 2. I'm also hearing practicing your flexibility and stretching your muscles, working on muscle control, because you use your body to your advantage. Your shadow side is very connected to your body and your sexuality. So when you are feeling guilty of your sexuality or your body, then that is when you are giving into negative patterns and like trauma responses, or just like your shadow side, if that makes sense. What you need to do is find that pleasure in just listening to your intuition and having the willpower to believe in yourself and the life force within yourself. Because you operate another plane of existence. When you use your body the way you do, pile 3, it's like you see without seeing. You feel with your whole body. Oh my god, that sounds so stupid, but pay attention, pile 3, to how your body reacts to things and how you verbally react to things. Just observe it without really like thinking about it too hard, because you might find some things out about yourself, if that makes sense. Because sometimes you do those things unconsciously with your body, but if you're more mindful of it, you sort of take control of your body, if that makes sense. That's how you can use your shadow side to your advantage. That's what makes your shadow side irresistible, is your control over your body and how exactly you move. You move in a very sensual and fluid and graceful way that is irresistible to other people. because they can feel that sacral power within you, that sacral chakra, like intimidating Scorpio energy. Okay. Spirit, what makes Pile 3's dark side so irresistible? Okay, this is your dark side. The sun in reversed. So literally just the dark side, you know? Maybe your life path is super aligned with the dark side of things, if that makes sense, or like the shadows, the moon. Why that's so irresistible to other people? We have 6 of Cups. So your shadow side reminds other people of their past things that they're still dealing with, but also past pleasures that they used to have. I'm hearing for some of you, you remind people of addictions they used to have, because they become addicted to you. There's something about your presence that brings up people's things that they most need to change within themselves. And sometimes that can be irresistible to people because they just want to keep hearing it from you. They want to keep hearing what is they need to change instead of actually changing that, if that makes sense. They just use you as a mirror with the 6 of Cups here. But it's like, you may astral project, you may lucid dream, but there's something about you having influence over other people's dream worlds. Or when you get in touch with your spirit guides, or even are just trying to manifest using spell work, you can go into the literal astral realm or shadow realm and go into people's dreams. Or people feel like you go into their dreams and like try to manipulate them. You probably don't even do that, Pile 3, but you enter people's dreams a lot and you reflect their like deepest inner fears and traumas and desires. You reflect other people's shadow sides. That's why people find you so irresistible. It's because people understand your shadow side like it's their very own. And you remind people of their own inner child. That's why people like you, that you remind them of when they used to be a child. You get them back in that energy. Now, as for why the sun in reversed is your dark side, I got King of Blades in reversed. King of Blades in reversed. I just got a very specific message for you, Pile 3. You sort of let things be. You channel your dark side. You know, you reflect for other people, you reflect on yourself, you do the healing, you do the growth, but there's like this energy where you're never complaining, you're never, what's the word? Pity party, you know? You feel like it's your responsibility to do this for other people. Your shadow side is like that part of you that like believes that that's all you deserve to be, is just like in your shadow side, because that's what other people want from you. It's just to use your shadow side to reflect off of you. And you just act like everything's fine, but in reality you shouldn't be acting like that. You should be acting the exact opposite, because that's when you're in your inner child, is when you're actually like feeling bad for yourself and you're actually realizing the horror of what you have to go through or what you have been through. When you stop holding yourself back from opening your heart to yourself like that. Because with the Six of Cups here, it's like everyone else is getting the energy of all these Six of Cups except you. You deserve this energy. You deserve this inner child energy. You deserve your dreams to come true. And they can come true because your shadow side is very strong. You have a very strong ability to manipulate situations to your desire. But only if you open your heart, only if you face the fact that you deserve better and that you deserve to feel hurt. You deserve to feel pain or feel sadness in a situation. You deserve to let your inner child say that they don't want something. So, we have the world in reversed. People feel like their world revolves around you. People feel like they can be the ones to complete you. And people are constantly throwing themselves at you trying to do that, but it just doesn't work for you. And you're not afraid to step away from other people and just flat out reject them. And that's kind of what people like about you. Your dark side is not afraid to just like show its incompleteness and its unsatisfaction. And you're not afraid to express the fact that you deserve better. But it's like people want to fulfill that for you. People want to be better for you. And with this Page of Pentacles in reverse, though, even though people want that, it's only because they want to fill that void for you. It's not because they're actually learning or growing. And it's like people see the shadow side in you. People see how much pain you've been through and like how that's a part of your shadow side and how you pretend that's like not there and how you pretend everything is fine. But people see how much pain you've been through and it's almost like it's irresistible to them because like they either see it in themselves or they want to cause even more pain to you. They want to be in addition to that pain. Or they feel a sense of camaraderie with you because they feel like they go through a similar pain, even though you two are probably on a completely different level. There's a huge energy of people comparing themselves to your dark side because your dark side has such this inner child energy of just not caring about what other people think, not caring about being responsible and needing to grow. That it's like because your dark side / inner child has that lack of attention, everyone else is focused on you just because you aren't that fucking focused on yourself and that focused on your own inner pain. It's just because you are like trying to repress your inner pain and not focus on it. Suddenly everyone else is focused on your inner pain, wanting to be this world for you, even if it's for their own selfish reasons. And so they come at you being like, oh, I can't resist you, you're so irresistible. Meanwhile, they haven't done the growth, they haven't done the shadow work, they haven't done the healing. But you're complete on your own. You know that. With this world in reverse, I'm feeling like what's so irresistible about you is like you are completely enamored with your shadow side. You are good with your shadow side. You don't need to grow anymore with your I mean, everyone needs to grow with their shadow side, but it's like you aren't afraid to face your shadow side, where other people sometimes are deathly afraid of that. And so that's what's attractive about you is you're very open about your shadow side. You're very open about a lot of things. Except for the parts of yourself you repress your pain. But it's like, I don't know why I just heard this specific message where people want to bring you the most infinite bliss and happiness just to show you what can be on the other spectrum of all that pain you've just grown accustomed to experiencing, because that's how your shadow side thinks it's meant to be, because that's just how you've grown up, you know, inner child wounds. I'm hearing for you, Path 3. This may not resonate for all of you, but this may resonate for some of you. Someone who's going to come bring you the world. It may be you, maybe a friend, maybe family, maybe soulmate. But this pain isn't going to last forever. There is someone you are going to be able to open up to, even if it's yourself. And you will finally feel lifted from the idea that you have to stay stuck there. Okay, pile 4, I see you, you little fiends. You are just little snakes in the grass, aren't you, pile 4? Okay, no disrespect. I know y'all are just doing your own thing. But it's like y'all know y'all are little fiends. Like, what are y'all doing down there? Just being cute, being evil. I just get a vision of a bunch of little raccoons and weasels trying to act all, like, aggressive while inside their little teddy bears. Spirit, what chakra does my pile 4 activate when they're in touch with their shadow side? What chakra gets my pile 4 in touch with their shadow side? Okay, we have heart chakra, scalp chakra, and root chakra. So we have love is my guiding truth in life. I give and receive love effortlessly and unconditionally. I love to share my experiences and wisdom. I know when it is time to listen. Numbers 57 and 69 might be significant for some of you. Also, we have yoga. Doing tantric yoga may help with emotional imbalance or triggers, or just doing yoga in general will help you balance your chakras. Powerful. But anyway, when you are moving beyond your jealousy and you're not comparing yourself to other people, and instead you're having compassion and understanding for other people, that's when you are activating your shadow side. It's like, I'm hearing for you, pile 4 is you know how to use your shadow side to your advantage. You know how to figure out what people want by being compassionate for them and understanding their feelings, and then you use that against them. Like, that's sort of your shadow side. It's just like you know how to see what people want because you use your heart chakra to your advantage. And with the throat chakra here, you're not afraid to say it too. You say it out loud. You share it, that wisdom. But you also shut up and observe when you know you can get a valuable piece of information from someone else. You're very intelligent, pile 4. Your shadow side is very meticulous. Like, you like to get the facts down. You like to get all the little details so you can use them at a later date. Just make sure with the throat chakra here, you're saying the right things. You're saying things that are actually true to what you believe in, because everything you say is always going to come back to you. And then with chakras and yoga here, even if you aren't the type of person to do yoga, meditating or just stretching and like finding balance within yourself, like practicing balancing your like physical body, or breathing techniques too, helps you get in touch with your shadow side. You're like, because there's this very intense energy, pile 4, of like magnetic electricity between your light and shadow side, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see what else we have for you with this Tarot del Toro. Let's see. Pile 4, what makes your dark side so irresistible? Tell me, what is it? Okay. Okay. Wow. So we have La Muerte in reversed. 3 of Pentacles with the 4 of Cups. I don't know, like, okay, how am I going to explain this? You are on another level, pile 4, that's for sure. I'm getting fallen angel vibes from your shadow side. It's definitely romantic or poetic. Your shadow side is a learning experience for others, basically. Others aren't meant to understand your shadow side. Only you're meant to understand it. But others will feel judged by your shadow side. But really, they don't realize that you are a healer. You get so deep into these dark situations because you are meant to heal on a very deep level. So don't be afraid of that, pile 4, but definitely be careful on like what you put your energy and work into in the material world with the 3 of Pentacles, because you will go all the way through. Every path you take, you don't just do it halfway. You don't just get the few steps and turn your back and decide you want to do something else. Spirit will always make sure you take it all the way through. And it's irresistible because you know how to be present in the situation in a way where everything aligns to your objective. Like, when you choose to do something, you go all the way through with it. You go for the full 9 yards. But you also position yourself in a way where it's almost like a chessboard where everything is falling into place. And that's irresistible to other people because they feel like you put such deep, like soul deep work into everything you do, that you bring this new life, this sort of light out of the darkness. And with the 4 of Cups here, we have like fall energy, we have autumn energy of just closing into oneself. The reason going all the way through with that and being so meticulous and able to manipulate that is a dark side is because you end up reflecting deep subconscious parts of yourself that sometimes you aren't ready to see, or other people aren't ready to see. I don't know. It's not even that y'all aren't ready to see it, but it's just so jarring. It's so real that you end up coming away from these experiences, like these intense experiences, after you've chosen to do something, you've gone all the way through with it, and it's ending. It's just so intense for you that like you have to put a full death to it just to be able to move on to something new. It's like never just something small with you, Power 4. It's always something huge and intense. It's always a universe beginning and ending. But there's this energy of harmony between the fact that it's so intense, but you're bringing sort of this life and balance to the situation because you work so hard to make sure each party in the situation is reflecting the other. Because with death in reverse here, you're not trying to bring destruction, you're not trying to bring death of relation, you're not trying to cut anything off, you're trying to show people something new, show people the growth, show people hope. And sometimes people go so far to not face the truth. But you are not afraid to put every penny you have, every ounce of energy into your soul, into bringing out the truth, so that all the situation balances out. It's completely reflected. That's why people are irresistible to you, because they want to have that energy on themselves. They want you to grow that life within them. They want you to work that hard on them, because there's something so deft and so graceful about how you work through a situation. People feel like you can bring that balance to their lives by just using your energy to reflect the life inside of themselves that they want. That's what people find irresistible about your dark side, is you're so easily connected to the material world but also the spiritual world, because you bring such spiritual instances by just working so hard in the material world with your energy and what you do and what you bring to the table with other people. Pile 4. Your dark side, again, death in reversed. You are bringing a new life, a new sort of conflict to the table. There's something about your shadow side that hasn't been seen before in the world. And that's why it's so irresistible, is so authentic that people just feel like they can't look away from you. It's like you're bringing conflict. What your soul is going to bring to the table could even end up starting wars later down on the line, Pile 4. It's just, there's something so intense about the message you're getting across through your shadow side, of like this life through death, this like creation through destruction energy. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse, you're not even trying to give to other people. You're not even trying to fight this war. You're just being who you are. Your shadow side is so effortless. And that's why it's so scary to other people, because you just sort of let it happen. You don't even have any qualms about how different that part of you is from your daily persona. Whereas other people might have like apprehensive stuff, like you don't care about what other people think. You're not doing this for other people. And that's what makes your energy so like this purely life energy, if that makes sense. It's like people intuitively or just subconsciously know that your soul is gonna stay in the fabric of reality forever. Like there's something about you that isn't gonna end, because what you're fighting for is eternal. And you're not doing it for anybody but you, so it's just you, you know? You're expressing the universe through yourself. And people want that never-ending story with you. That's why you're so irresistible, is because your dark side makes other people feel like they could just live in their illusions forever. They could fight for what they believe in forever. You put people in a fantasy, you put people in a fairy tale. There's something almost like witchy about this energy. Your dark side makes people feel like they're bewitched, as if they're under a spell. And they fight so hard against it, but really they're just fighting against themselves. You show people where they're fighting against themselves, because you're not trying to give to them. You're just doing your own thing, and you make people realize they're just so desperate to have something that they just never end up reaching their goal, because they don't realize their own inner conflict about reaching that goal in the first place. It's like Pile 4, you see all this energy laid out before you. You see almost the entirety of time, of history laid out before you, and it's like you understand every little detail. You understand life, you understand death, and you're not afraid of any of it. You're not afraid to just express this soul in this lifetime and not be helping anybody else with it, because your shadow side is like, I will manipulate who I need to manipulate, and I will fight who I need to fight, because this is my truth. This life, this death in reverse, that's my truth. And people find your truth irresistible.